Good morning, class. Today we are going to be talking about news leads. Now, a news lead is an opening paragraph, usually about 1 to 2 sentences, of a news report that states the main idea of that report. And it often contains what we call the 5 W's. Now, the 5 W's stand for something very important. They are the who, what, when, where, and why of a news report. So take a look at this news lead example. An elderly man died Monday after a fire sparked by faulty wiring swept through his Main Street home. We can identify the who as the elderly man, the what as a fire, the where as his Main Street home, the when as Monday, and the why for this report would be the faulty wiring which caused the fire. Now let's take a look at another example. Here's an article that I pulled this morning about Kmart closing 40 stores in Chicago. If we take a look at the first few paragraphs, it states, Sears and Kmart announced another 40 store closings Thursday, telling employees the locations would shut down in February. The latest round of closings include the Glass Kmart in Chicago. Now, while looking at this snapshot of the article, we can see that the news lead is confined to these first 2 paragraphs and just a few sentences. Our who being Sears and Kmart, our what being store closings, when being Thursday, and our where being Chicago. But why would we want to put all of our important information in at the beginning of a report? That's because news is often written what's called an inverted pyramid style of writing. In an inverted pyramid, we begin with our most important newsworthy information first, and then trickle down with the rest of our details through the end of a report. We do this because oftentimes people don't listen to or watch or read a news report in its entirety. We need to make sure that they can get the vital information that they need right away. So let's look at one more example to see if we can identify a news lead in a video news report.
Wrigley Field has received an upgrade over the offseason as the Ricketts family have poured millions of dollars into modernizing the Central Ballpark. The Cubs have rebuilt their concourse level as well as adding a brand new luxury club under the seats behind home plate.
After watching the student news report, we can see that the who is the Ricketts family, our what is the Wrigley upgrade, our when was during the off-season, our where was Wrigley Field, and why? Well, money was given for that upgrade. So let's review what we've learned in this brief video. First, a news lead is the most important information of a news report. It's usually confined to the first 1 to 2 sentences of any written or video news report. And it contains the 5 W's, the who, what, when, where, why, and how of a news article. So remember that when you create your own news report for our broadcasting class, you will need to begin your report with a strong news lead.